What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Dudes Who Bet Daily. We're back to round out the week, Papa. Dude, a big day. Let's recap what we saw yesterday. The first.
Oh, yeah.
It was okay. First of all, Senior Buscador wins the Saudi Cup. It just incredible. If you haven't watched Magic's reaction, you have to go watch it now.
I have not seen that.
It is. Go watch it as soon as the show's. It's
Okay.
unbelievable. The Remington Park Springboard Mile winner is now a Saudi Cup winner.
It's
hard to put it into words, isn't it?
now that horse, you never can count him out, right? He just some days he's just phenomenal.
Crazy.
But you can't get on him all the time, you know. It's just not every time. But isn't that something?
We were watching, and believe it or not, no TV at Oakland had it on.
You're kidding.
We were watching on these right here. So all of us are here to trying to huddle around Kelby's phone to watch it. And we were watching Saudi Crown, who had the lead and looked like he was going to win. And Kelly said, no, he's not. They're shortening. Those strides are shortening. And we were looking at Ushba Tesoro, who was looking like he was going to win. And I kept saying, there's this horse on the outside. I couldn't see the number. We didn't know who it was. But there's this horse on the outside, guys. He's going to get there. He's going to get there. And he got there, and we were all like, okay, now who was it? And so our another one of the Butch owners, Rich, got his program. He said, that's Senior Buscador. I said, there's no way. There's no way. And yeah, so then once we realized it was him, the whole table just was like, I can't believe that just happened right there.
Yeah.
So
Unreal.
I mean, it was awesome. It was awesome. Here at Oakland, Timberlake wasn't that bad, right? Like he was okay.
He did what he was supposed to do, right?
Yeah, no, he did exactly what he's supposed to do. Yeah. I don't think you can knock it.
No,
he was fine.
Isn't that what a good horse is supposed to do? Blow him away down the stretch?
Yeah, that's kind of what he did. I mean, it was all right. I think it's something you can build on. It wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be, honestly. And then Dwayne Lucas wins 3 races yesterday, including a maiden in the 100.
That's the story, isn't it? Isn't that the story coming out of Oakland yesterday?
Yes. How did it happen?
I don't know. His reaction was, I don't know whether they play it live when they interview him.
At the track. We could hear it.
You could hear it.
Yeah.
He said, well, I've been handicapping him, her. I haven't let her run too. He's talking about lemon muffin.
Yeah.
Haven't let her. She's been wanting to go 2 turns. I just haven't let her. And, you know,
I mean,
he's hilarious.
I couldn't believe it. And that was another one. We're standing there, and I see the Dwayne Lucas blinkers, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm sitting there to myself, like, okay, I think that's his horse, but there's no way that's his horse. Like, there's no way. So, yeah, incredible.
Sees the gray, a Derby hopeful. Definitely.
Definitely, yeah. He'll be there. He'll be there for sure. So,
where's he going? Will that horse go up to maybe the Bluegrass or something, or you think he'll keep him down there and running a Derby?
That's a good question. Who will go where? I'm not sure. Just Steele maybe goes to the Bluegrass and sees the gray, stays for the Derby. Maybe, right?
He'll have to analyze which race is toughest, probably.
Yeah. But it was crazy to see, and like I said, it knocked me out of everything that stakes race. I mean, it was how did that just happen? But
yeah, and Christopher makes another point. He's got Keith Asmussen riding the horse, which that was his first graded stakes victory, right?
Yep. Could you imagine?
Is that not unbelievable?
That's what I was getting ready to say. Could you imagine if you told somebody, well, Keith Asmussen will win his first stakes race or first graded stakes race for Dwayne Lucas?
Yeah, on a maiden.
Not only does she win, she won that race by as much as she wanted to. Really, I mean,
yeah. I mean, crazy. It was so. I mean, you can't make this up. I mean, you got his dad with all of those great horses, and you would think, of course, he doesn't get to ride Greatest Stakes races for his dad.
No.
So Lucas picks him to ride a maiden in a Greatest Stakes race at Oaklawn. We're not talking about, some little place.
Yeah.
And he gets his first Greatest Stakes. It was surreal looking at, you could just tell everybody, what in the hell just happened? It was, I wasn't there, but I can imagine the feeling down there.
It's incredible. That's incredible. I couldn't believe it. None of us could. We were like, how does that happen? And what's even worse is I had the 8 who gets second at 22-1. And it's just like, how could you get Lucas though? That was just.
Nobody would have picked Lucas. Come on.
No, now his winner in that first race, that was a logical horse.
Yeah.
That horse had been running okay. But
yeah,
the other ones, it was crazy. Yeah. So it was a crazy day down here for sure. You kind of had the winners some of the winners that you thought would win the shorter prices. They came through, and then you had your bombs. And so it made it hard to hit pick 3s, pick 4s, pick 5s. You'd be like, I'm all over this race. I'm all over this race. I couldn't handicap that in 100 years and get that one. That's what it was every time. So it's like,
that would be a horse you don't even look at when you're handicapped. You don't even look at the horse.
I can't say that I gave that horse any thought. Yeah.
Oh no, because you're thinking, and the trainer, and you think, well, he's got to have something in Honeybee, so he doesn't have anything, so he's throwing a maiden in there. That's
I know.
Anyway, and it's. When you stop and think about it, he's 88.
Yeah.
And he looks every bit of it. He's really slowing down. His voice is not as strong. My God, he's 88.
Right.
Getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock, whatever it is, every day. He's still doing it. And able to win any race.
Yeah.
Of course, Bass, his assistant, has got to take a lot of credit as well. I'm sure he's pushed a lot off on him.
Yeah.
But still, it's an amazing story. It really is.
Yeah, like you said, Bass is a very good assistant, and he's worked extremely hard for him as well. And he's a very good horseman, and that helps tremendously. But it's still incredible that the man is still out there doing this. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
It's pretty cool stuff.
So, cool stuff. Let's see what else. Let's talk about. I'm going to let you do this. Talk about the basketball yesterday. I didn't see any of it, but just kind of quickly what you saw yesterday in the basketball.
Well, it was a typical Saturday. Just a lot of crazy stuff going on, So talk about the OU game. We've had a couple of people on here mention it. I don't know. Did you see the shot?
No, I haven't seen anything.
Well, I didn't either. I didn't see it live.
Yeah.
It saved the season.
Well, I would agree with that. Really without even seeing it, it saved the season. Yeah. Yeah.
And, everybody's saying, well, it was a ridiculous shot. And what kind of a play was that? Guys, go watch the last 30 seconds of every damn college basketball game and see what every team does. Right. They stand out there and dribble the damn ball.
Yeah.
And they just dribble. And 4 guys stand around looking at the guy that's dribbling.
Yep.
Where does this come from?
I don't know.
It's every level of every last 30 seconds of a close game.
Yep.
And they dribble around and dribble around and dribble around and dribble around. And then somebody's got to take a shit shot, and you hope it goes in.
Yep.
And it was I don't understand it. Well, okay, Kevin, that's okay. I thought you disagreed. I've seen him do this too, but he misses. Okay, the odds of that shot going in yesterday, not good.
Right.
What, 2 in 10?
Maybe.
Closely guarded, just about to go out of bounds.
Yeah.
In a pressure situation. Don't get me wrong. Thank God he made it, because our tournament hopes were gone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They were gone.
Yeah.
If we lost that game, because here's who we got left. Houston in Norman Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Got to go to Ames, Iowa State, Wednesday night. Ain't happening. And then they close out at Texas.
Mm-hmm.
They can't beat Texas.
Mm-hmm.
You don't win that game, you end up 18. What would that have been? 18-12.
Yep.
I don't think you get in.
Right. I don't either. No.
I think that game probably clinches it now. Probably.
Probably. Yeah.
And if he doesn't make that shot, are they going to fire the coach?
I don't know.
And I don't think they should.
Yeah.
But I'm going to make that perfectly clear. I think he's a good coach and has done a really good job. But do they fire him?
Well, that's just it. They,
If he doesn't make it,
they probably not. But at the same time, that's the difference sometimes, right?
it is.
Winning.
And he pretty much said that in the post game. He said, "Hey, you make the shot.
Yeah.
that's what you had to do."
Well, I think OSU's playing better. Like I don't look at it and go, well, that's a bad win or anything like that.
Oh no, absolutely not. Yeah. It was a
Okay.
huge win. They could maybe beat Texas down in Austin. Texas isn't that good. And Texas, the night Texas beat OU, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
The other one, my bet, I think Kevin mentioned it. He's absolutely right. Chattanooga was playing like shit, but they had a 5-point lead with like 3:34 to go. And I'm thinking, okay, they're going to pull this out. They're going to win by 7 or 8. They never scored a point the rest of the game against a 10-win team.
Yeah.
And these lesser teams yesterday that I make a living on were just awful. And that happens sometimes. It just, I don't know what it is, but Houston let a big lead slip away at Baylor, but came back and won it. And
how many times have you seen Kelvin Sampson's teams do that?
Millions of times. Yeah. All the momentum's on the home team, but somehow they win the game.
Yep.
Somehow Houston wins the game. And that's toughness. It's just toughness that they have.
Last thing before we go on, I heard about this. Somebody got hurt. Another court storming, and another player gets hurt. Have you heard about this?
I saw it. I've watched it a couple times. And they didn't run into him real hard. It just kind of threw him off balance. And then he kind of looked like he wrecked his knee. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't read anything what they found out, but I think it's part of the game. I think it's cool. A team like Wake Forest, though, they've had a lot of success. Is it I guess it's a big deal when you beat Duke. It doesn't.
I don't think so. Yeah.
It is. And
all right. Well,
I don't know how you stop it.
How do you stop it here?
How do you stop it? How do you stop it? You would have to put ropes and 30 security guys to keep them from.
Yeah, I don't know the answer.
I don't either.
I don't know the answer there.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
All right. Let's move on to today. Talk about college basketball. Could there be a court storming? This probably wouldn't be a court storming, but Creighton coming off that big win. They're -2.5 today at St. John's. Who you got in this one?
I almost took this as my best bet. I did, because I do think Creighton should be favored more than this. But then again, I'm thinking, okay, I didn't think a whole lot of Creighton. I thought they're good until they slaughtered UConn the other night. And now they've raised my expectations of them. And sometimes you can't get carried away with one game because it happens. UConn went out there. They'd been on a big roll. Omaha's a tough place to go play. And, boom, you get slaughtered. So I did not make it a best bet. I do think they win. The thing with St. John's, sometimes, they get up and they play a really good game. I think another reason why the line is 2.5, Creighton only beat them 66-65 in Omaha earlier. Patino's the other reason. He's the coach at St. John's. I don't think Patino's got his players in there yet. I think next year you better watch St. John's. So I like Creighton to win. Just a little bit afraid of it.
Yeah, I think this is a toughie. I think I'm going to go Creighton here as well. I don't think the St. John's team's good enough to beat them. I really don't. And it kind of seems like they're just hanging on, St. John's, Yeah. So I kind of think Creighton goes in there and beats them today. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
let's go to the ice. Lightning and the Devils tonight.
Mhm.
This are, I guess, man, I think it's afternoon actually. This is gonna be a good game. Devils are minus 130 in this one at home. Total sitting at 6.5. Big win for the Lightning yesterday. What do you think about this game today?
It's a good game. Both teams won yesterday. The Lightning suddenly are fighting for a playoff spot
Mm-hmm.
because the Detroit Red Wings have taken over the fourth spot.
They're
in
a buzzsaw right now. Yeah.
They are. I
Mhm.
wouldn't want to play them right now. Man, they can score.
Mhm.
I hate it that they're back, but
Yeah,
it's
I
good for
know.
hockey that they are.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the Red Wings are one of those, teams that makes hockey better. I think when they're good, uh, even though I don't like them, of course. And I could say the same thing for the Blackhawks. Hockey's better when Chicago's good, but I'm sure glad they're not.
Mhm.
Beating around the bush here. Lightning at Devils. Big game for the Devils. They need to keep winning so they can cut into and get into that final spot in their division. But I'm taking the Lightning over the Devils today.
I'm gonna take the Devils. I think they're gonna get them today. I think the Devils, like I said, they're a team that I think they're gonna get a little bit hot here and make a little bit of a run. So give me the Devils. I've got a little bit of confidence in them today. See what happens though. It's definitely a game that could go either way for
I
sure.
thought you might take the Lightning as the underdogs in that one.
That's true. Yeah, that is true, and that is
But
something
you're
that.
on the Devils, so you got to stay with them.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of ride the Devils here for a while and see
Yeah.
what happens. All right, this I thought was interesting. Flyers and the Penguins
Mhm.
today. Penguins are a big favorite, minus 165. This totals at 5.5. I think this is a really good first period under a goal and a half game.
Yeah.
I like the Flyers at a plus money price here today. What about you?
Yeah, I wouldn't take the Penguins at minus 165 against
They're,
Hartford.
they're not that good.
No.
Like they're really struggling. I don't like them very well.
So you got to try to find I don't know that the Flyers win. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'd be afraid to take them.
I'm not afraid to take them at the price they're at, I guess is where
True.
I'm at.
Yeah, yeah. But I wouldn't bet a whole lot because, they're not great either.
Mhm,
And they played last night and Pittsburgh didn't.
mhm.
So sometimes that's an advantage. Huge game for the Penguins as well, for both of them. But the Penguins have got to get on a roll too. So uh it's a tough one. I'm with you though. I cannot take the Penguins at that kind of money. No way.
This was the one game I looked at and I thought that's a weird price. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that's right. So the Penguins may beat them, but I think the Flyers are the play. And I'm kind of with Kevin. Like the Flyers really aren't a talented roster,
Yeah.
but they just do win. They win games. So
They're very well coached.
they are. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
One of the best. All right, let's get to the main event, the race of the day today. We're going to go Oaklawn Park, race number 1, because Husker Butch is in this one. So a $20,000 claimer going 6 furlongs, a field of 8. Your favorite is the 7, Mean Jakey, but Husker Butch is 4-1. He's the 5 horse in here. This definitely is the main event. Everybody is excited down here for this race that I'm around. Anyway, so what do you think? What are our chances
Well,
today? And
okay.
when I woke up this morning, I felt a little nervous because I thought to myself, you know what? Winning a race down here, I
It's
shouldn't
a
take
big
that
deal.
for granted. That's kind of a big deal. So I'm a little nervous, honestly. Didn't think I
Oh, I
would be.
would be if I was you, I'd be very, very nervous.
Yeah, I wasn't at all, felt no nerves at all. And when I woke up, the magnitude of this is kind of a big deal today if he wins.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
And okay, here's the other thing. You got a good shot to win.
I think that's the big thing. The first
Yeah,
3
if
times
you
he
didn't have a
ran,
shot,
the
yeah,
first 3 times he ran, you didn't think he had a shot, so you weren't real nervous.
yeah,
Now it's like, okay, if he runs that race that he did last time,
yeah.
he may win, he may not, but he's got a chance.
It's
And
got a
that's
chance.
yeah.
When I'm sitting here looking at it, and I spent a little bit of time on this morning. Now, these are the type of races I really struggle with because none of them have done a whole lot, and there's not much difference between all of them.
Mhm.
These are what I like to call the ones that kill you at the racetrack. If you put a lot of store in this one, it may wreck your whole day. It is the first race. This would be one I probably would stay away from if I was at the racetrack. I can't find anything I really like.
And that's good news
Are
for
you that?
good.
I mean, I'm sure you like your horse. his record's as good as anything. So let's just look. There's not hardly any speed.
And
There's
that's a worry. That's a worry.
yeah, because the 3 looks like some speed. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
And could take the lead. But when you look at the last race, which was the same type of race, and Husker Butch was in that race, the 3 got off close to the lead, was second most of the way around, and look where it finished, 7th. So I don't think that's reliable speed. I don't think even if that horse gets the lead by itself, you can't go get it.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't worry about that one too much. I looked at the favorite, or the second favorite, the 4. I never ever like a horse that's only won 2 out of 34 times.
Yeah, for sure.
I just don't. The trainer had this horse for a long time and then has bought it back, which is always a sign that the trainer liked the horse. I think when the trainer that has it now had it, it ran on dirt all the time. I think I was noticing that this morning. Am I right about that? I think when this trainer had it, he ran on dirt. Then he got claimed. He's been running on turf, and now he's back to dirt.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that means. But he's not a horse that blows you away. He hadn't won in forever.
No.
No, and his last second was in a $16,000 claimer.
Yeah.
He had a couple of thirds, but so why to be scared of him? Then you got the 7, which is the favorite because it's Asmussen.
Mm-hmm.
It's 5-2.
I think he's the most likely winner. Honestly.
I do too.
Yeah.
He would be the one that scares me the most. But when you look, he ain't done much. But the thing that scares you, and again, we know Asmussen, he's bought this horse a couple of times.
Yeah.
But this one is, that one's the one's the scariest, but he did run pretty good 2 back in the same, was a 30K. He lost by a neck. So he's the scary one, definitely. And then you got Husker Butch right in there with the rest of them.
Yeah.
So how do you see what has got to happen for Husker Butch to win?
Well, yeah, that's the big thing. Kevin just asked, tell me why I shouldn't put the house on Mr. Butch. Well, there's a lot of reason. I think the big deal, the race really set up perfect for him last time.
Yeah.
You're not going to get that set up. But I was talking to Kelly yesterday, and it's like, he's kind of an idiot because he has been closer at times. It's not like, I don't know why down here he doesn't want to run early. He wants to get way back, but he can sit a little closer than he has. So I think ideally you get a pace meltdown, and here he comes. But I really think if they ask him to sit a little closer, he might go do that if the pace is slower. I think for him to win, though, the easiest path is the 3, the 7, and maybe get the 8 out there, and they're kind of dueling, and then Husker Butch can just pick them off. That's the way to do it. I'm most worried about the 7 and also the 6. Yeah. Those are connections that are tough to beat, ownership groups that are tough to beat. So, I think. But look, the good news is the field is right there. Like, it's not anything he can't manage. So.
Well, the horse that beat him the last time out is better than any of these.
Yeah.
And he lost by a 1 1/4, and he was coming on. I mean, he was closing, and I thought he was going to win.
Yeah.
And that horse was better and beat him.
I think honestly, if he runs that race that he ran last time, I think he will win. I really believe that, because that was good enough to beat these horses. Yeah. The problem is, will he get the setup? What will the track's fast today? It was muddy that day that he ran like that. Like, everything's different today. So
now I'm sitting here looking too. Interesting jockey. He did run him though last time. So
yeah, a Barboza. Yeah, you get the weight allowance. You got the bug, so you get the weight allowance, and that helps.
Okay. Okay.
And
and that might make a difference in this race.
Yeah, and like Carr says, this could be it. This could be the last race for him, for us.
Well,
I've kind of talked to
tell
a
you
couple
one
different
thing.
people, and there's that some have said yeah, and some have said I don't think you'll get claimed. So it's a guess.
Well, I don't think he will either. However, if he wins this one, he might get claimed in the next one, depending on where they put him.
I think he will eventually get claimed down here, if not today, at some point. Yeah.
He
So
needs to win this one.
yep, he does.
Now,
Yeah.
will they run him again down there, or will they wait to Prairie?
No, we're
They'll
gonna
run
run
him.
him down here for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
have you talked about will they jump him up a notch, or
I
or
don't.
do we don't talk about those kind of things till we win?
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah. Okay.
It's one at a time, and it. To be quite honest, nobody talks to us about anything. The trainer just does what he wants to do, because that's why you have a trainer, to let him do what he.
Well,
what he
I
thinks
know,
he needs
I
to
know,
do.
sure. I understand that perfectly well, and
Yeah. Yeah.
that's right. And
I know that I talked to the trainer obviously yesterday, and he was just like, look, if he gets claimed, great. If he doesn't, great. Like, he is a good horse to have around,
he is.
So whatever happens to him today.
He seems to be. He's not regressing, that's for sure.
No, he's the same horse, and he's doing well. He's, he hasn't really grown up any as far as getting taller, but he's, maybe he's filling out a little bit.
Well, and if you don't lose him at Oaklawn, Prairie Meadows is next, and he should win a couple up there.
If we still have him at Prairie, he'll be protected for most of the meet. Yeah. And that's the thing we talked about. If we have him in Iowa, he can run in the allowance or the starter allowances, and cash checks all summer, which would be fine. Yeah, totally fine.
Yeah, he could win a decent purse and keep it going. So,
well, hopefully he does it. It's going to be 12:30 Central Time. It's the first race today, so if you guys want to watch it, and hopefully he at least runs well. But it's racing, and shit, every race you never know, right? So
no, God no.
Yep, it's good to be in the spot and have a chance.
Oh yeah,
see what he does.
Got a shot.
Yep. All right.
That's why I would be so nervous if I was you.
Yeah, no, I definitely am. I definitely had that feeling. I woke up this morning just like, I feel like I'm going to throw up. So,
yeah,
and not from drinking, from being nervous. Just to be clear. All right. Well, let's get to the best bet so I can get to the racetrack.
You bet.
I'm going to go to Gulfstream Park Race 3 today for my best bet of the day. No, it is not Husker Butch at Oaklawn. I'll go Gulfstream Race 3. Girl Bye for me. The 3-horse dropped down to this level last time out. Got beat a half length. I thought ran very well. That was first off the claim for D'Angelo. D'Angelo gets him second off the claim, obviously, today for this filly. I think she's gone today. So I like number 3, Girl Bye, in the third here at Gulfstream. Trying for the sweep, for a personal sweep for me, to go 4 for 4 this week. So hopefully she'll be able to get the job done. All right, I'll read Magic's here. He's going to go Aqueduct Race 2, number 2. Iridescent for him today. Let me pull up what he said. He said this horse got helped with the scratches. So a couple of key scratches really helped this horse. Should be the lone speed now with the scratches. Returns to a fast track after running second in the muddy Jimmy Winkfield Stakes last time out. So there you go. There's Magic and Papa Dude.
Well, I'm going back with South Florida today. Huge game. I think it was 2 Sundays ago. Picked them, and they came through. They're at home, and they got SMU today, which is this is a big game in the American Conference.
Mm-hmm.
They won 12 or 13 in a row. That bothers me a little bit, because sometimes, you just can't keep winning. But I like them at home today. SMU coming off a loss. So give me the Bulls. That's South Florida over the Mustangs of SMU.
All right. Yeah. Kevin says that's Jared's favorite horse, or favorite horse, because that's what he hears that every time he tries to pick up a girl at the bar. Bye, girl. Bye. All right. We're going to get out of here. No, we're not. We're going to do this first. All right. We are going to go over the best bets here. I'm going to go Gulfstream Park Race 3, number 3. Magic's going to go Aqueduct Race 2, number 2. So these are coming up here real quick. In about an hour or two, we'll know how we're doing. And then Papa Dude's going to go South Florida plus 2.5. Do you know what time that game starts?
Yeah, it's 11.
My goodness, we're going to know early how our day goes today. So
that's true.
All right, for the week, 6 and 3, up $80. Yesterday hurt us a little bit, but we're trying to bounce back. Still up $1,175 for the year. All right, I'll give the final thoughts today. So we will see. Yeah. So first of all, Heather just texted me. She's watching from home, and she said, "If he wins, are you going to have to check back into your hotel?" And I said, "That could be possible." I didn't
Good
even
one,
think of
Heather. Good
that.
one.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll have some fun, I think, if he wins. So, but anyway, I'll get the last thoughts, guys. It's going to be a fun day. It's a beautiful day if you're going to Oakland, or if you live in this part of the country. It's been really nice the last few days. So hopefully everybody has a good Saturday, gets outside and has some fun. Everybody tune in. Hopefully Husker Butch runs well. Maybe you'll see us if we get in that winner's circle. That would be very, very nice. So, all right, guys, we are going to get out of here for now. We'll be back next week with more for you. Everybody have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll see you right back here next week.